Tapped in exclusive. We are the internet.
Yeah, I know what the
bitch.
All right, Tapped In Podcast. We're joined today by, not even arguably, truly an LA legend, Pusharod.
LA legend in the making, man. I ain't a legend yet, man. I'm just a young
working
LA
on
nigga trying to make it.
legendary status.
I like that. Legendary status in the making.
Definitely taking the right steps for sure.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely. With Tapped In, we normally like to let people control their story and all that, but we want to like start with where you're from originally, like how, where you grew up.
Sure.
Let's start with that.
So yeah, I'm originally from Los Angeles, California. It'd be a lot of people out here that say they from LA, but they ain't from LA. I was born in LA. I'm gonna die in LA. Born on the east side. I went to Fremont High School and then Westchester High School. Got into music like around like 11th grade when YG shit started to take off and just trying to figure it out. Like during that time, I used to throw these parties, and if you from LA, you know about it. In high school, I used to do Club Kiss, and we used to have like 2,000 people come out Friday, Saturday night every week. Like I gave like New Boys and fucking Audio Push and Cali Swag District like their first shows in LA ever.
Yeah, shout out to those guys, man.
Yeah.
They had like the jerk scene and all that.
Yeah,
all the
yeah,
kids.
So yeah,
movement.
that was the jerk movement. Like I graduated high school in 2009, so it's like
Yeah.
you feel me, that era, like I wasn't a jerker, but I made a lot of money off of the jerk movement.
Off the jerk
like,
movement, yeah.
1,000%. Like it was a lot of gangbangers out there doing that shit.
I heard
Yeah.
that's what we had an interview
We
with
talked to
Audio Push,
Yeah.
and they were saying that shit. A lot of them jerk niggas end up being like killers at the end of it. Like some of them with some real hardcore
Crazy,
gangbangers.
Yeah, nah, for sure. I mean, cause it was like it was at the time like that was just our way to express ourselves. Like it was a new form, a new sound for LA. Like everybody was trying to figure out how to get out of what was known as that West Coast sound and try to create something new and have fun, and that's what came from it. But from that, like it was dope. It was a dope time. Like and
What was your venue? What was you throwing these parties at?
what everywhere I had this spot in the 30s called Buffalo Soldiers. I had this spot in Compton. It was called OG Cycles. A nigga made a lot of money off OG Cycles. Like OG Cycles was crazy. Like we painted cars by day, and at nighttime we had parties. I had
Shout
a
out to
fucking
OG
tattoo
Cycles.
shop inside. I used to do tattoos in high school and shit.
Oh, that's why
like,
you got some nice art too, man.
Well, no, I used to fuck people up. Like my art is nice, but like so it's crazy. Cam, I did my first tattoo on his arm. I turned his arm white.
How?
Bro, I just went too
turned it
deep.
white.
Like when
You
I
went
first
through
did
layers
it,
of skin?
when I first did it, it looked great. A weekend, nigga, that shit was this color. Nigga, that shit
Do you
turned
still
into a
have?
whole.
Is it still there? Is it still?
Shout out Kim for being a rider, man.
You know, hey,
Shout out,
listen,
man. That's really
bro.
a nigga for
No,
real.
That's
no cap,
amazing.
fool. Like, and then I was like, it's crazy because like as I really wanted to learn more, like that was the first time I fucked him up, but I think I fucked him up probably like 6 times. Like I tattooed Cam Bam on his chest one day. We was off.
Where you get a
And he's
tattoo
still
gun
here.
from?
Bro,
He's
so
still
it was
here.
crazy, bro. We was in
What a
high
great
school.
friend.
We was in high school and it was this tattoo shop, bro, and we were going up there, it's LA, man. We was going up there having fun and
Chilling,
shit.
yeah.
And
Niggas
then
get
we told the
tattoos.
dude like, yo, let us throw a tattoo party here. And we threw a tattoo party not knowing that it was on crack like that.
People
and
pulled up. Everybody
a lot
pulled
of people
up.
pulled up, and
Oh,
the shop
shit.
probably made like the most money he made at that time. And then
Ever.
after that, he was like, "Yeah, nah, y'all partied." And then we thought we was on what Cam made a song called "Inked Up" for the shop, everything, nigga. It was crazy,
Wow.
but yeah, I was out there fucking people up and getting paid to do it. Like, shout out anybody who I ever fucked up tattoo.
We're sorry,
but
yeah.
Listen,
It's what
Hey,
it is.
you gotta try. You gotta start somewhere, right?
it's like this, but just think about this. Like, if I'm Basquiat's, right? That's art,
Ooh.
So it's just like it's a great art piece. You feel me? Like it's timeless.
Yeah, that's
That's
true.
true.
Working on legend
Cause
status.
Basquiat shit,
Tatted by a legend.
yeah,
That's
in
amazing.
the making.
Yeah, in the making.
So
He's
boom.
getting there. But okay, so that's part of your legacy, right?
Yeah.
So at what point do you start getting into music really seriously? Like post jerk movement, like what got you?
Yeah, so it was like during the jerk movement, like it was other producers who were cracking at the time. We had like Jayhawk, we had Dupree, we had Jay Nari, and at that time, like Mustard was still DJing, and we were all like, it was probably like 12 homies all staying with YG at him and his mom's house. And while we were there hanging out, like, I was overdoing tattoos. I'm trying to figure out, like, all right, what's my
the next,
path?
yeah.
Where am I going to go? Like, my homies doing music. Like, let me figure out, like, how can I fit in? And that's why, like, I still to this day call myself a professional homie, because at that time, like, I did everything. I passed out flyers. I threw parties. I drove him to shows. Like, I answered calls.
You did
whatever
whatever
I
it
needed
took.
to do to
Whatever
help.
it took.
Exactly. And just having that mindset, you know, it was like, all right, cool. Like, let me dig deep. Okay, maybe it's not just throwing parties. You know, I started hanging out in the studio, but don't get me wrong, at first I didn't say shit.
Right.
Like, I was in the back like a fly on the wall, just watching the homies
Yeah.
create magic. And it was like understanding what's going on and really understanding what's going on and hearing how they're talking to each other and elevating each other as they're creating it. Like, damn, how do you be a part of that and not, you know, fuck it up? So, like, after a while, I just started asking questions. And then it was like, you get put on the floor and they ask your opinion. And now it's like, it's when you got to really be serious. Like, can't be a yes man. If you fuck with it, you fuck with it. If you don't, you don't. And I said I didn't fuck with something, and niggas asked me why, and I was like, I don't know, but maybe because of this or this. But I was kind of right at the time, because, like, somebody else in the room were hearing the same thing, but they actually understood the lingo and how to talk about music and shit. And it was like, oh, cool. So I was onto something then. Started giving my opinion more and just trying to be as vocal as possible, because, like, one thing you see in a lot of crews is yes man. And
Right.
I always told myself anything I do, like, I'm not gonna bite my tongue, and I'm not gonna act like something I'm not just to be somewhere.
Right.
And so that gave me a different type. That got me a different type of respect to where my opinions start being validated, especially because I kind of knew what I was talking about, or if I didn't know, I tried to explain to the best ability, not holding back or saying, I don't know, I just don't fuck with it. I said, I don't fuck with it because of this sound, or nigga, you could have came harder on this part. Nigga be like, oh, Buzz, I feel you. Nigga could have came harder, and it's like, nigga, that's the most priceless shit, like, nigga, like, because if you know it, and you ask your homie a question, and then they be like, no, that shit fire. You be like, you sure? They be like, that shit fire. Then you sit in the back like, damn, am I tripping? But when they in the back of the head like, nah, this ain't it, and they ask you for reassurance, and even without saying nothing, you give the honest answer, and it ain't it, they gonna have so much more respect for you, because they understand, like, you not just here.
It's coming
You're
from
not
a real
bullshitting.
spot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, it has real intentions
And then,
behind it.
that helped me lead the way. And then I stayed with YG and Mustard and just kept building with them, and we started working on YG's first album, My Crazy Life. And at the time his A&R was Sycamore. And Sycamore, he's dope, but he's the person who actually told me what I was doing was A&Ring. Because at the time, I honestly thought I was a real homie. Like, nigga, just not on no yes man shit. If I found the artist I thought was tight, I'm trying to
bring
link
him
you.
in. Yeah.
If I found a producer I thought it was tight, I'm
bring
trying to
him
link
in.
you. If this producer's trash, I'm going to say, hey, fool, this nigga
You just
beats trash.
You still just doing your part.
As
You
a
just trying
homie.
to do anything
Exactly.
to get the bigger picture done. I appreciate that. But
Exactly.
finish
And
with your
then
story.
Sycamore said, you know what you're doing is A&R? I'm like, hell no. He's like, nah, this is what A&R is. And, like, when you really break it down, it's like, this is, you know, this is what it is. I'm like, damn, well, shit, I'm A&R.
Yeah.
Just called me Push the A&R. And
That's
I'm
what
like,
I
damn,
am.
how could I figure it out?
Right.
And at the time, Joey IE, the guy who brought me to Interscope, he was at Def Jam. He was the president of Def Jam.
Right.
And Joey, he brought Sycamore in. He brought Dash, who's over at RCA, in. Like, he's brought in a lot of dope A&Rs over the time.
Yeah.
And he fucked with the way I moved, and he saw, like, the connection with me and YG was genuine. And when we had a couple meetings when he went over to Interscope, and then the rest was history.
Right.
And I was there for damn near 7 years.
Wow. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Was there anything like because you said like being a certified real homie versus like being an A&R, he told you were an A&R.
Yeah.
But once you became an A&R,
I kept the same approach.
Same
like,
shit.
When I sign an artist, when I meet with artists, I'm kicking shit. Like, I'm not about to, yo, hey, how's it going? I'm this. Oh, I like this song. Like, nah, like, I really want to know about the artist. I want to know about their background and understand them, because I believe, like, you can sign an artist and fuck an artist's career up as an A&R if you don't understand that artist or their vision.
Yeah.
And for me, I would never sign somebody who I don't understand or if I don't believe in vision, because at the end of the day, I'm fighting for you every day. You're not in the office.
Yeah.
I'm in the office fighting for you. So like I gotta know what I'm fighting for and
Right.
know that if this get tricky, you still gonna have my back. You're not gonna throw me under the bus. And and the same go vice versa because a lot of time artists don't know how to communicate effectively.
Right.
You know,
Well, they're artists.
Exactly. And they're emotional.
Yeah,
but there's
right.
nothing wrong with being emotional when you're an
No.
artist. Like I feel like the
But
emotion.
wheel it in.
Exactly.
No. Yeah.
No, but
It's a
I
special
feel-
language.
I feel you,
You gotta
because it's
speak.
music and it's business, and that's the part that you're understanding, and that's where you're kind of mediating. But the artists, like you said, they get emotional, and then sometimes they go too far off the deep end for
like
real.
go off the deep end. Let's have a conversation. I'll bring you back to reality before you get online and start dissing
Say
the
some
label
crazy
and
shit,
do
yeah.
some dumb shit. Get yourself shelved because that's fucked up. I would never want to see an artist in that position. I've never put an artist in that position. I always tried my hardest to fight for every artist, whether they had the biggest budgets or the smallest budgets, whether
Right.
they could get to this producer or they couldn't. Like, if I got a connection, I believed in you, I connect every dot I
Right.
can.
Right. To be an A&R, you obviously have to have a certain degree of like intuition. Like you need to be able to like read people, see the talent, see the stardom in somebody. What do you look for as an A&R?
As like honestly, it's realism for me.
Right.
Like I'm looking for somebody who understands themselves as a person from any form of life,
Right.
and they're willing to express that.
They have to have a story to tell.
Exactly.
Right.
And whatever that story is, they're gonna stick to it, like regardless to what you might think or what you might think, because everybody don't agree with everything that everybody does. But if you do it the right way, they'll respect it.
Right.
And that's what I try to do, and I try to teach every artist that I sign or come across, like, yo, if this is what you own, stand on it and believe it, and make sure that you don't fold just because this person don't like it, or you think that you're gonna lose this, because that's when you lose your integrity. And I
Right.
feel like that's when you that's when you join the sunken place that's in this music industry.
Right.
Like it's
Well,
a
a lot
reason-
of these artists are.
Yeah, but it's a reason why J. Cole can do whatever the fuck he want to. Kendrick can do whatever he want to.
Exactly.
YG can do whatever he want to, because you can't change them. And when they ready to drop, they gonna drop. You know?
Right. Right.
Everybody, I'm sure they record all year, but that
Right.
ain't for you to know.
Right.
Like,
That's just what they're doing.
exactly. Like, and it's crazy because working at Interscope, like, Kendrick is one of the artists, like, where it's like, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I ain't go to work to 11, 12 o'clock certain days. But certain days, like, Kendrick be up there at 9, 10 in the morning in the studio.
Like a 9 to 5.
Like a 9 to
job.
5. No security, no nothing in there working on his music. Like, you see him walking through the hall, and he's saying what's up to people because he's a person.
Yeah.
He doesn't let everything that's going on in this music industry or where people think he should be or think how he should act, like,
Right.
depict him.
Right.
I don't know if that's the right word.
No, that is.
Depict was
yeah.
the right word? Cool. Yeah. Depict him.
Depict him.
You know,
yeah.
so, and it's like when it's people like that and you meet them and you have conversations with them and you have understanding, it changed your whole thought process. Like, because, like, when working at Interscope, like, Kendrick, when he was working on Pimp a Butterfly,
Right.
like, I'm from a whole different side of Interscope, so I wasn't involved in any of his shit, but me and Terrence Martin was really cool. And Terrence Martin's been like a big brother to me the whole time I've been in the industry.
Wow.
And
Shout out. That's crazy.
he brought me in, like, he saw the way I was recording and how I was trying to figure it out, really understand how to be an A&R, and he
Yeah.
brought me into a Kendrick session. And so I seen hands-on how a whole different group and team of people work.
Right.
And it changed my recording
Approach. And
approach.
shit,
Like, just like, it's not like, and I believe it's not about a hit record. Like, every day you go in the studio, like, we don't know what a hit record is. A hit record is a feeling.
Right.
Right.
You feel me? And it's
Right.
like, if you can create a feeling, you can create a hit record.
Right.
But people are chasing a hit, not a feeling.
A sound. Yeah.
Like, but it doesn't matter what sounds you use. If you
Right.
feel it, you feel it. I don't
Right.
care if it's like, I ain't like, it's like, for example, Panic at the Disco. They had this song, Poison Rationality. Like, it's, I don't fucking know the name of the song. But it's a
catchy
great
song.
fucking song. Like,
Right.
and whether if you a hardcore rapper or you into this, you into that, you hear that song a couple times, that melody's in your head, you're
You feel it.
Feel it.
Yeah.
Like it's certain music. It doesn't matter.
You just feel it. You know it's a hit.
Right.
It's
Exactly.
undeniable.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
And that's all a feeling, and that's what you should go in the studio and chase versus
Right.
trying to chase a record.
Right.
Like I believe like a session. All my sessions are vibe. Like we're not just hanging out in the session. No, what's up? Play a couple beats. Nah,
Yeah.
we need some drink. We need
Yeah.
some this. Whatever
You need to
you
be
fuck
having
with.
it- you need to be having it.
Exactly. As an A&R, I come in to help create the atmosphere so that you can record the best music to your best ability and not
Right.
worry and think about making music you're gonna make what you feel.
Right.
Yeah.
With that being said, like obviously you're saying that to protect your integrity, like authenticity is important.
1000%.
Right. So if authenticity meets marketability, is that like the perfect artist? Do you feel what I'm saying? But so how do you make someone who's really authentic, but they just don't have that marketability? You feel me? Like
It's really like
it's rough, right?
It's a rough situation, but it's like if the artist really understands themselves, and like I preach this so much, like it's about understanding yourself, because artists are so vulnerable. Like they're literally telling you, "Oh, I want to kill myself,"
Everything,
or "I
yeah,
thought
yeah.
this," or "I thought this," and it's like now after they say it, they sit back like, "Damn, are you gonna fuck with this?"
Right.
But when they catch on, like, "Damn, my shit is really connecting," they go so much heavier in that and not just chasing the sound. Like if you know you can connect to a person, you just gonna do that. That's why
Right.
like people like Jeezy who can stay relevant for so long, because bro, he makes music for trappers.
Right.
Other people might like a song or two, but he hasn't changed up him and his sound and who he speaks to and for.
Right.
He's a representative for trappers. He's a representative for people who corporate thug. Like
Yeah.
and that's his agenda, and that's what he pushed. So it's like
That shit ain't never changed.
It
up.
doesn't.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's a solid
exactly.
approach.
But when people change it up, you know what happens.
Absolutely. We're gonna introduce the wheel, Juju.
Okay,
You
so
should show
boom.
them the wheel.
We got a partner.
Hey, y'all smoked that whole blunt?
They smoked the whole blunt. Let it. Oh yeah, you can pass it, but it's gone now. I think.
All right, so boom, we got something.
Smoked without me.
So, yeah.
I told y'all about Cam.
yeah, that's a day one too. That's unbelievable.
So boom, we have something called the tapped in wheel.
Shout out
Aight.
Cam.
We're gonna have you spinning. It's like basic stuff, like top 3 dead or alive, cap or no cap, shit grub.
It's just some fun
actually.
shit. You get 3 spins.
Yeah, boom. All right, you got the
Go for
basic
it.
idea. I'm gonna hold it so you can spin it.
Some-
Go ahead.
some
Spin it
content.
hard.
What do you get?
Spin again.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Everybody gets spinning again the first time. I swear.
Top 3. Who are your top
Oh,
3 artists dead or alive? Or if you have more than 3, give me your 6.
How about just top 3 now?
Top 3:
Yeah.
Lil Wayne,
Ooh.
Weezy F Baby, Dwayne Carter.
Yo, that's the greatest
Fire.
answer we've ever gotten.
Yo,
Fire.
All right, spin
Listen.
again.
no cap.
We were
First
just
album I
listening
ever
to
bought
Wayne.
was the Carter 2.
Wow.
Great album. Great album.
Cop or drop? We're gonna pull something up on the screen here.
You tell us if you cop
And
this
then
or drop this.
Look at this. Examine this.
Hey, shout out Warren Lotus, man. So listen, yo, bruh made a lot of money off
That's
these
what I'm
shoes,
saying.
man. I respect the hustle, 400 just dropped their own sneakers, man. The Flames.
Shout
if you
out.
don't know about the Flames, go get the Block Runners.
Check them out.
It's crazy. This dropped Friday, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, redrop Friday.
Yeah.
Flame Runners will be back available on 400.
So you gotta cop that.
Limited pairs.
Now, would you cop these?
1000%. I actually did.
Okay, fire.
Actually, I had to support him.
Yeah.
Nike sued him. He bounced back. He dropped another one.
You dropped another one.
Shout out Warren Lotus, man.
Get the money.
Hey,
Get the money.
Spin again. You got one more.
You get
spin.
one more spin. That's amazing.
Would you rather?
Ooh, all right.
What you got on your would you rather list?
All right, here we go. All right, would you rather have 1942 or Azul?
Don Julio Blanco.
Wow.
I'm
He
going to pass on
chose his own.
Azul, and I'm going to pass on a 42 every day. Niggas know. I drink Don Julio Blanco. Don Julio cut the check. Stop playing.
Holla at
No.
'em.
Wow. Amazing. Speaking of alcohol, shout out Sovereign Brands. Observe. The greatest alcohol. Thank you.
What's up, man? They giving out deals, man. What's up?
Yeah, hit them up.
Yeah,
Push a
holla,
rod.
holla.
Sovereign Brands. It's amazing.
For real, we should plug them out.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah. You know what's so crazy?
No, real talk. We're going to.
Yeah, no, we got
Actually,
you.
It's funny. So I do this party called Friend of a Friend,
Yeah.
and
Voila.
it's so crazy. So my birthday, I did my birthday party in 2019, and Bel Air was one of my sponsors. I'm
There
gonna
you
show
go.
y'all. It was fire.
So we need to
I had
get that
fucking
going.
Bel Air bottles with my fucking face on it. That shit was fucking
Oh,
legendary.
that shit's hard.
That shit was fire, bro.
That
Like,
shit
nigga.
is so hard.
Yeah, where's this shit?
I think the first face I ever saw on a Bel Air bottle was Ross. I don't remember another face I've seen. That's crazy.
Damn, where is this shit? I was literally just looking at this shit the other day, bro. But like, yeah, nah. I did my first Friend of a Friend. It was at the Diamond Store. My sponsors was Diamond Store, Bel Air, L.A. Kush, and Avion Tequila. You know, I'm a Don Julio person, but Avion show love. They gave me
it's
200
straight,
bottles
though.
for my birthday.
It's
That could
straight
be Don
though.
Julio.
It's straight.
Shout out Corporate Thuggin'. Shout out Young Jeezy.
Crazy.
You know,
Crazy. Yeah.
So how did you even come up with this friend of a friend from throwing parties before and it just kind of like spun over
Well,
into this next?
not really. Friend of a Friend was like a different approach than we were doing before. The parties were really just about trying to make some money.
Right.
Like straight up. I was a kid. I ain't come from shit. I didn't have shit. Like, bro, 7th grade I had one pair of shoes. Like in high
Yeah.
school that wasn't gonna be an option. Nigga, I'm either robbing niggas or I'm gonna make
You're gonna
legal
figure it
money.
out. You're gonna figure it
and
out.
So
yeah.
that helped me not have to do the other shit. But you know,
Shout out to partying. That's
yeah,
crazy.
man. It's
I
so
used to have a
crazy.
little party click too, and they get you all the girls you have, you and
Everything,
you lit.
everything,
Like it's the parties
everything.
is
Yeah, nah, like
everybody wanted
People
partying
to
love that
really
shit.
helped me. Like, and I'm proud to say, like, being a promoter or whatever when I was young, it really helped me build a name and a staple for myself because
It's a
like,
foundation for sure.
yeah, a lot of people knew me
Yeah.
based off of Club Kiss, and like you know it when it transpired and transitioned into the music industry, a lot of people that I knew from Club Kiss are in the music industry.
Yeah.
It's crazy because like like I went to Westchester with like Tyler the Creator. He used to come in high school, like nigga, and then it,
I
like,
remember Club Kiss. I'm from
Tyler.
LA, and I remember, like, I can kind of vaguely remember. I didn't grow up in the LA area, but I know of this whole shit. Like
Yeah.
it was going down.
Nah, that shit was everything. But
Yeah.
the difference between that and Friend of a Friend is more exclusive. It's an invite only situation. Like you have to RSVP, and then even after you RSVP, that doesn't mean you'll get the address. Like you have to be picked because
You
I'm
still
not
can get shook, basically.
1,000%. And even if you were picked, if you don't come looking the right way at the door,
It's-
you still can get shook
yeah.
because
I like
I'm
that.
trying to create. It's been this missing piece of LA. Like when I was coming up and we were first started off and tooting and booting, everything was going on. Like we used to go to Polo the Don's house and he used to have like these lavish ass parties, fool. Like
Crazy
nigga, you'll
shit.
meet nigga the girl of your dreams there. Like
Wow.
and actually get to talk to her.
Should be
You
right
know?
there in front
Should
of
be
you.
right there, like, and when I say the girl of your dreams, I mean like somebody from TV, somebody from a movie, and it was like it
Yeah.
was so dope because like we wasn't cracking, we were just some LA knuckleheads. Like YG had some records, and we were trying to figure out music and figure out where we were
Right.
going. Like, but Polo actually fucked with Jizzle, and he fucked with us. He used to always let us come over there, fool, and it was like, yeah, like, nigga, the energy was dope. So like. LA been missing that, and I was like trying to figure out how to reinvent something like that. And then I came up with the Friend of a Friend, and it went dope. It started off, I did the first one at the Diamond Store, but then after that, I got a little more exclusive, and I only started doing like these dope house parties.
Yeah.
And it was like really, really invite only because you know how it is with these house parties. And then it got crazy. Like, bro, I had like party up the hill, fool, like 1,000 cars parked in the middle of the street. You can't even get up the street. Like, I got a fucking ticket from the police, and they literally had to walk up like a mile to get to the front door. And then I had to walk with
Like
them.
a Project X type
Like a
party.
Project X party. I literally had to walk with them from the front door down
Holy
the
shit.
hill almost a mile to get to their car.
No,
Wow.
I've been in a situation like that up in the Hollywood Hills. You know, I probably know exactly what you're talking about, but it gets crazy like that, man. People get stuck in elevators. It's wild. It gets real
Yeah,
crazy.
nah. And yeah, friend of a friend is just, it's an invite only situation. If you've been there, you know what it is. And if you haven't been, you should try to come, but you probably won't get in.
But you probably won't
should
get
try.
in. Yeah, it's worth a shot.
Worth
It's
it.
a shot.
Yeah.
And if you do somehow get in,
You
it's
were
worth
also-
it.
You'll have fun.
Yeah,
You
right.
might meet your favorite artist.
Yeah.
You were also telling us about a spinoff of the friend of a friend.
Oh yeah, so it's crazy because when I created Friend of a Friend, it was just trying to create something dope for the city. But then after having it for over a year, I realized like, all right, this is something, but it doesn't mean anything. Like people hear about it who know me, like Friend of a Friend is dope. But I was like, all right, cool. I need to figure out something else, like to branch off with it.
The next
And
thing,
during
yeah.
COVID, I couldn't do parties
Right.
because like they literally getting shut down. Like
Yeah.
it's crazy. I did
People
like
going to jail.
I did
over
some
that
illegal
shit.
ones during
Yeah.
COVID.
Yeah.
They all got shut down. I had a crazy ass Halloween party. Police came like nigga 100 thick. But it was dope. I did that I'm sorry, not Halloween. I did Halloween in Palm Springs. That was a movie.
That sounds fun.
I mean, we not flew. We chartered like 200 girls to Palm
To
Springs.
Palm
from LA.
Springs?
Yeah,
Holy
you know,
shit.
something different.
That must have been crazy.
It was worth it.
Was that one of the craziest parties, you think?
It was one of them.
It's got to be up there.
It was up there.
Okay,
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah. You know the Claremont twins.
Unreal. Yeah.
Yeah, one of them pushed my head and the other one ass, and I almost suffocated like this. It didn't stink though.
Hey, shout out. That's great.
But
That's
no,
great.
that was definitely dope. But I was thinking about New Year's. I did New Year's this year, and I had like 100 police officers. It was fucking crazy. But at least I had fun. Like I'm just trying to create something fun and something cool where people can
Yeah.
come and enjoy themselves in the city. Like
Right.
And if you come to my shit trying to fuck up my shit, you know what's gonna happen.
Right.
So just come and enjoy yourself.
Just enjoy.
'Cause the
Enjoy
homies
what
with me.
enjoy what he's curated because it's
for y'all,
It's
not
for
for
you.
me.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah, now it's crazy because I like spazzed at the end of my last one because like I asked everybody to Uber up
yeah.
and everybody still decided
Did
to
not
drive
Uber
up.
up.
You know, niggas
You know,
gotta flex their
police
whips.
come-
You know, niggas gotta flex
Bro,
their whips.
they flexing the wrong whips. Listen, they flexing the nigga. This is what people don't realize. The biggest flex is pulling up in a black truck.
Yeah. Right.
Uber or not.
Right.
Nobody don't know it's not a driver.
No,
Nigga,
no.
pull up. Nigga, come
Pull
open
up,
this door
yeah.
for me. Let me out, and then I'm gonna let the bitches out. I'm
Right.
sorry, the ladies. The ladies.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
flip that seat, flip
The
that
women.
seat, and
You
it's
know,
going down.
the women. You know.
No, I
But
love
yeah,
that.
like it's dope.
Yeah. So on top of the party, and I want to make sure we talk about your label, right?
So yeah.
Or what you got going on. So you signed an artist.
Yeah, so I
Tell
signed
us
my
about
first artist. His name is Tay 2 Times. He's from Far East Indianapolis, Indiana. It's crazy because I met him last year around May, June, and
Right.
he was just out here trying to figure it out. My homie YG, not the rapper YG, I got another homie YG. It's a
Another
lot
YG.
of, you know, when you're in these streets, there's a lot of YGs, but shout out my homie YG. You
Shout
know
out,
who he
yeah,
is,
yeah.
fool. He hit me up one day like, yo, fool, I got this artist, bro, and he just out here in the hood, like, nigga, he don't need to be here. I was like, shit, well, I ain't doing shit. Come pull up on me. He brought him to my studio. We chopped it up for like 2-3 hours.
Wow.
That next day, he was going back to Indiana, and we just kept chopping it up for like a week. And then last summer, me and YG got this summer house where we were recording his album. I'm like, shit, we had studio, and I was like, fuck it. I'm
Yeah.
gonna talk to this kid. I'm trying to figure out something. I'm fly him out.
Why not? Yeah.
Flew him out. The first day I flew him out, like, he jumped in the mix. Like, he wasn't shy. Like,
Wow.
He was at home.
he was rapping. He was talking. He was smoking. The girls came around. He was doing what he was supposed to do.
He
like,
fit
oh,
in.
Yeah.
He had
And
that,
my
yeah.
homies, if y'all ever, my homies is hard to fit in with. It's
Right.
a lot of pressure when you come around my homies. Like, so, like, if a nigga can hang out with us, oh, he can do
He
it.
can hang. Yeah.
You know, and then shit, we kept recording, and during that process, I was flying him out last summer like every other week because he has a 1-year-old back in Indianapolis.
Right.
But every time he came, every artist who he met, they did a song together, and not just they hopped on one of his songs. He was hopping on their songs. He has featured like that he shouldn't have right now. Like he has like 5,000 followers on Instagram. He's growing, but he has features with like some
Crazy artist.
yeah,
Yeah.
and he can hold his own on any song. So yeah, we kept working, and during that process, we were working on YG's album, and he had a song called War Scars, so we put it on YG's album, and it got some good traction, it got some love, and then going from there, like, all right, this is
That's it.
real, like,
Yeah.
and you know, it's from somewhere like. So I'm from LA, but on my father's side, I got family in Indiana. So like,
Oh, okay.
it's like a perfect
Match.
yeah, because like I used to talk shit with my uncle, like, yeah, bro, we gotta get we gotta get indie on, we gotta get it cracking.
Yeah.
Like it's like
Right.
like come on, like you people know about Gary, like
Right.
you know, shout out Freddie Gibbs, you
Shout
know.
out Freddie Gibbs, man. That's
Like,
crazy.
Shout out Michael Jackson, but who's been that person from Indianapolis, Indiana? And I'm
That's
gonna
true.
make sure that 2 is that person.
Hey,
And
wow.
that's the
Go.
goal. So I signed him in like December.
Yeah.
We've been working and just keep going. I dropped, me and YG put out a 400 EP
Yeah.
last month called Gang Affiliated. He
Yeah.
has 3 songs on there. He's
Right.
featured on one with D3. He's featured on one with YG. And he had his first single featuring Lonnie Bangs Lonnie Bands. Shout out my nigga Lonnie. My bad fucking up on your name, gang. From Detroit is featured
Yeah.
on the record Roxanne. We put that on the 400 compilation, and it's been
Right.
getting traction. And that's actually the lead single for his his first project, Call Me Too, that's dropping tomorrow, 4/9. Hell yeah! So I'm excited as fuck. My first project coming off of my own indie label, a creative push. It's Tay 2 Times dropping
Wow.
tomorrow. Yeah,
Dropping.
so-
And this comes out Friday, so you guys,
Yeah.
it'll be available. Stream it, run it up,
Yeah.
check them out.
Fuck
and
with me.
The best,
Yeah.
the best.
And if you
way-
don't, let me say, if
Yeah.
you don't like the music, tell me.
yeah,
I
hit 'em up.
respect that,
DM him.
you know, but you gonna fuck with it.
What's the best way to stay tapped in with him? With that artist, is it IG?
Yeah, his IG is at Tay2XS. His Twitter is at Tay2XS. Everything is Tay2XS. He's 21. He's young, man. He's
Wow.
hungry. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Check his shit out.
Get in on it early. Start listening to this shit now, because you never know.
yeah, nah.
That
Got
shit
some
could really
shit.
blow up. So
Not could, it's going to.
yeah,
100%.
exactly. It's
We
up,
There you
speak
go.
everything into
hey,
existence.
It's part of that building the
It's
legacy.
the law.
Exactly.
It's the
That's what
law
I'm
of
saying.
attraction.
Law of attraction.
Yeah.
When you, no, seriously,
know?
when you speak about something, I was just saying this earlier. When you speak about something and you talk to others about it, when they talk about it, it's gonna automatically put you in their
Oh,
mind.
yeah. It
Boom,
gets set
and
in
it's gonna
motion.
start
Yeah,
put you in
yeah.
the motion of where you want to go.
1,000%.
Yeah,
You know, and if you think it, you have to believe it. Because if you believe it, you can manifest it.
absolutely. And then we're gonna go ahead and we want to talk about one more thing real quick. You got an
sure.
app?
Yeah, so I got an app. It's called Hop Out Streets of LA. It's like a bio of me.
Right.
It's basically you're playing me in the game and you're running through LA stacking your money. Like anybody who know me or seen me throughout my life, I've been running through LA getting my money.
Getting the money. Yeah.
You feel me? And yeah, so go download that game. It's in your app store. I'm just a young curator. Like I believe that anything that you envision, you should try to bring it to life.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have a lot of dope ideas and never move on them.
Right.
And then it's crazy because the next person can get the same idea. And you're like, damn, I thought of that,
thought of that
3 years
first.
ago, but you didn't act on it. Anything I believe, I try to act on, and I try to see it through, whether it works or not. I don't believe in losses.
Right.
Everything is a learning experience with me.
Yeah. I think that's a great way to wrap. That's amazing. Thank you, Pusharod.
Hell yeah, we in here.
how
Let's
do
smoke
we-
some weed.
We keep people tapped in with you. Instagram.
Yeah,
That's
you
the
can
best
keep
way.
people tapped in with me on everywhere.
Yeah.
It's Pusharod.
Just Pusharod.
Pusharod. You're a producer. You got some fire ass beats. Send them to me. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's gonna be in good hands for real.
Yeah.
This dude
Oh, yeah.
Pusher been around. He's been in the game
Yeah.
for real.
You know, and I'm gonna stay here because I believe in doing good business and trying to treat people right, man.
Yeah. Absolutely. Thank you so much again for tapping in
Thank
with
y'all
us.
for having me.
Be sure to subscribe, hit the bell, stay tapped in with us.
Stay motherfucking tapped in with
Tapped
the
in,
homies.
man. We're tapping out. Thank you, Pusha.
Yep.